there's no debate about it anymore. Before, we posed it as something that is the likely answer, but we should consider it. We should have committees on it. Instead, we should have a discussion over it. No more discussion. You got to split up the Shiites and the Sunnis and the Kurds right away. You had to do it 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, but you have to do it right now. You got to split up the country. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. And I don't think withdrawal is a plan, as much as I don't think stay the course is a plan. Neither one is a plan. It's a tactic in getting to a broader plan, getting into a broader goal. And your goal, I think, is split them up. And then as we can split them up as we're leaving. And Ben is, of course, entirely right in saying we can't stay. Staying indefinitely is maniacal. It's crazy. It shouldn't be considered at all. No reasonable person would consider it. So the question is, how do we leave? And the way we leave is we say, look, we're going to leave. We're not going to be an occupying force, and we're not going to be here to hold your hand forever. But the way we're going to leave is we're going to work with you, meaning the Iraqi Shiites and Sunnis. And Kurds are pretty okay given the circumstances in the northern area. And we're going to work with Iran, Syria, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, everybody else in the region to make sure that we get all the help we can in trying to control now what is now almost uncontrollable forces on the ground in Iraq, because we need every Sunni to put pressure on the Sunnis in Iraq, and we need every Shiite in the world to put pressure on the Shiites in Iraq to make sure that they split up in a way that is not amicable, because it's not going to be amicable, but that does the least amount of damage, that is the lesser of all evils in Iraq.
Well, my fear is that because the Iraq, I was referring to it as the Iraq Survey Group, it's the Iraq Study Group. I'm sorry for all of you who were confused. And they apparently, if you are to believe what we read today, not going to recommend splitting the country up.
Okay, well then it's a total failure. I didn't see their 3 plans. So what is their 3 plans?
No,
three possibilities.
No, one was a peace conference, one is not splitting up the country, and the other is to try and work with the Iraqi government to have all sides get along. I mean,
it's garbage. It's absolutely the plan. All right, that number 3 that Ben just stated, working with the Iraqi government, is, I mean, if it wasn't so horrific,
bolster the Iraqi government.
Oh, it's garbage, 100% garbage. If it wasn't so horrific, it would be laughable. Bolstering this fake, ridiculous, preposterous current Iraqi government is laughable. I'm embarrassed that any smart people that were in the Iraqi study group would even put that on the list. I assume and I hope that they put that on the list as kind of a token political gesture to the Bush administration, who thinks that that's still possible. Yeah. Like, hey, we're considering one of your idiotic ideas before we get on to the real ideas. But if one of the 3, okay, so forget the third one. If the first 2 don't sound that great either. I mean, if one of the ideas isn't splitting up Iraq, unfortunately, the Iraq Study Group and James Baker and all the wise men of Bush 41 are just as useless.